Hello everyone, this is Alex from Swoosh English. I hope you're studying hard for your upcoming OET examinations. One of the big worries and, real kind of things that nurses and doctors are scared about when it comes to the OET speaking mock examination. And it's not just about speaking English, because maybe you don't have the opportunity where you are for time reasons or financial reasons to get a native English teacher to specifically, ideally an OET teacher to help you on a daily basis, is really not having, well, I said, aside from the time and the financial aspects of being able to get one of these teachers, maybe you're working 12-hour days, maybe you don't have enough money to pay for one of these kinds of teachers. Speaking in English on the day of the examination is something that's a real fear, and more specifically is being able to speak for the full 5 minutes of the role play. So remember, as part of the 20-minute speaking examination, you've got 2 role plays. Each last for 5 minutes, but you've got 2 to 3 minutes preparation time for each one on top of that as well. So roughly it works out to around about 20 minutes. Being able to speak for the full 5 minutes is scary. I know how you feel, okay, because we've got a lot of students on our program who feel this way too. And some of the practice mock examinations that we do, when we time them and they're coming out to 4 minutes 10, 4 minutes 20, etc., you've got that 30, 40 seconds extra that really you should be taking advantage of. This is your opportunity to really impress the examiner with your spoken English ability. So being able to use those adjectives, those adverbs, being able to show empathy, varying your language, of course, trying to satisfy as many of the role play, as many of the bullet points on the role play card as possible, all these elements. But what do you do if you have 30, 40 seconds left? And of course, you won't even know at this point in time until the interlocutor stops you, rather. So just keep speaking until they stop you. But if you do have this where you're coming up to your last sentence and you think, oh no, what do I say next? I've asked all the questions that I could think of. I really listened carefully to what the interlocutor was saying, as they're playing the role of the patient or the carer, for example. What do I do left with this time? Well, what you could do, and what my suggestion would be for you to do, is to make a summary. Summarize what you have said, the advice that you've given, the things that you've said previously to reassure the patient or the carer. So you could use different language. I would encourage you to not use the same language if you want to summarize. But you could say, for example, okay, Mr. Johnson, not summarizing, but everything that we've spoken about today, I just wanted to remind you of the importance of drinking lots of water, taking your medication 3 times per day, getting the exercise. Maybe, for example, Mr. Johnson has just been diagnosed with diabetes, for example, so he needs to take his medication. Maybe he needs to take his insulin. So you could say, the things I mentioned. Make sure you get that regular exercise that I mentioned a few minutes ago. It's really, really important. And you could basically do something like that just to kind of pull everything that you've spoken about for that 4.5 minutes into 20, 30 seconds. And then, of course, at the end, you could say, do you have any further worries, concerns, or anything else? I really want to reassure you and let you know that we're really here to help you every step of the way. Something like that. Okay. It really shows the empathy as well to say, we are here to support you every step of the way. Something like that where you leave them on a high note. But really thinking about that, because in a lot of cases, you're dealing with patients in a really distressed state. They're anxious, they're nervous, they're worried. They're maybe not listening to every single thing that you're saying, okay? They're not listening to every single word because their mind is elsewhere. Their mind is thinking about what if scenarios. What if this happens? What if my child dies? What if I can't walk again? Whatever the situation might be. So it's good to just summarize at the end, and then that allows you an extra 30, 40 seconds to really impress the examiner. So when they send the recordings of your speaking mock exam to Melbourne, Australia, it really impresses the examiner that you used that full 5 minutes, and you are also able to have demonstrate your ability to summarize everything that you spoke about, draw everything together, put it in a summary piece, 30 seconds or so at the end. So this is my advice to you. If you are worried in your speaking mock examination and you're like, oh no, I don't have anything else to say, summarize, bring everything together, okay? The same way that you did if you've come over from the IELTS examination, and you did your conclusion in task 2, for example, if you want to use that as an example. So hopefully this was helpful to you today. If you want to get more of our free video materials, make sure you go to swooshenglish.com. We've got a free 3-part video series that will really help you with your OET preparations. If you've got any comments, any questions about anything that I've spoken about today, make sure you put them in the message box below, and I look forward to helping you get the grade B first time.